I just want to end this whole video series with a little short video on slide rules, which is an application of logarithms. Now, I have here a slide rule, which I borrowed from a colleague who brought it in the other day. And I have a slide rule, or probably in his room somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there is a photocopy of it in my book, and so you can get kind of an idea. But here's a slide rule, and this bar slides back and forth. And the general principle of how it works: in order to multiply on a slide rule, you're adding logarithms together. So let me give you an example. If you took the log of 2 and added the log of 3, here's what you'll get. Now, the log of 2 is about 0.30103, and the log of 3 is 0.47712. All right, so this adds up to let's see, 30103 plus 0.47712 is 0.77815. Now, it turns out that that is the logarithm of 6. So I'm going to punch in log 6, and I get 0.77815. So we see that the log of 2 plus the log of 3 is the log of 6. And obviously 2 times 3 is 6. So how a slide rule worked, and of course no one would multiply 2 times 3 on a slide rule, but the idea is the same for any multiplication, more complicated ones. But you would hold one scale against the 2 on the other scale, and I know you can't see it, but it's about here. And then you would go over to 3 on the upper scale and line it up with the bottom scale. So here's what happened. This length here is a length associated with the log of 2. And this length is associated with the log of 3. So you see, I'm mechanically adding the log of 2 and the log of 3 together, mechanically, to get this length. And this length represents the log of 6. Well, the scale on the slide rule translates this number, or this number, back to 6. And so, what it looks like is 2 times 3 is 6 on the slide rule. So it's a very elegant device for multiplying. You can also divide and do lots of other things. This slide rule has, probably about 16 or so scales on it. You can do lots of things with it. And so, very elegant computational devices. I think they may have been invented, 200 or 300 years ago. And they just got better and better. And I guess the height of the slide rule era was probably the 1960s, and then after that, early 70s, these started to disappear as people got calculators. And so I don't miss slide rules, but they are incredibly ingenious devices, computational devices. So you'll see a photocopy of that in my book, and I would encourage you just to take a look at that. And I also have a picture of semi-logarithmic graph paper. And there's an example in there. It would take quite a while to exhibit that on the board. So let me encourage you to look that over. And if you take some science classes, you may end up using that kind of graph paper someday. So anyway, it's a great little subject. If you do take college algebra, you'll learn a lot more about logarithms and probably get a better sense of how useful they are.